Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, we have details on a crime alert after a man was arrested for a major credit card scheme in Lexington.
Got details on a benefit concert for flood victims in Johnson County.
And the claws are coming out in the 2016 presidential race as a new candidate from Kentucky throws his collar into the ring.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in. It's so good to have you along. The WKYT News team up and at it on this Wednesday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. I noticed that cat story. You got your little chuckle there.
What about that? You know, a cat for president?
Yeah, I've been seeing that kind of go viral, so we'll see what's happening with that. But let's get a check with the weather, see what's happening in that department
Good
with
start
Micah.
out there.
Yeah, it really is. And we head outdoors this morning and toward the afternoon. Either way, it actually feels quite nice because here's the deal. It's not about the temperatures today. It's about that humidity being way down. There's a little bit of patchy fog for our southern zones. You can kind of see that milky look there and the picture there in Corbin. But other than that, I think we're doing just fine. Frankfurt coming in at 67 degrees. So a nice start. Head into the afternoon, that humidity down. That leads to a really nice day. This is your best day in the forecast. However, there are still really nice days to come as we slide off into your weekend. But we do have one bump in the road. I'll show you when that comes, how that'll affect your plans, and also who's going to see rain, who will not. That comes up in a few minutes.
Okay, see you then. First on WKYT News this morning, it is a crime that has put dozens of people at risk. New this hour, a man is in jail and he's accused in a major credit card scheme.
The man was arrested at the Hamburg Walmart. WKYT's Mark Barber is there live to explain how the suspect was caught.
Good morning, Rebecca. Not only is the man accused of forging credit cards, he is also accused of putting his son in danger. Investigators say while the man was using stolen financial information to buy gift cards inside Walmart, he left his 9-year-old boy alone in the car. Now, investigators tell us that they found the boy around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. We're told he was alone in a car on a day when the high reached 86 degrees. Police say Titorian Moore, who is also known as Pizza, also left credit card forging devices and cards that had stolen information on them in his car. Investigators tell us they were able to arrest him because a Hamburg Walmart employee realized Moore was reloading gift cards by using prepaid gift cards. According to court papers, Moore skimmed information off at least 50 valid credit and debit cards and then used that data to forge his own credit cards. The 34-year-old is from Macon, Georgia, and police have not said if the credit card scheme targeted people in Lexington or others out of state. Moore is facing an incredibly long list of charges. He's facing 55 charges in all. When you take a look at those court pages, that is 4 pages of charges. Now, he will be arraigned this afternoon on those charges, many of which include endangering the welfare of a minor and possession of a forged instrument. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, a missing Kentucky teenager has been found. Police say 13-year-old Bonita Hawks left her Kenton County home on Friday night with a man twice her age she met online. Police have not released details on the teen's condition or where or how they found her.
Kentucky taxpayers could find out today how much they will be paying to settle lawsuits filed by female legislative staffers. The Herald Leader reports an agreed order to dismiss the sexual harassment cases is expected to be announced today. It will come 30 days after the Legislative Research Commission and several female legislative staffers reached a cash settlement agreement. In one suit, 2 women said they were sexually harassed at the Capitol by then State Representative John Arnold, who denied any wrongdoing but resigned his office. More than a week later, the recovery efforts are still ongoing in Johnson County after all of that heavy, devastating flooding.
Yeah, people across the Bluegrass really want to make sure those in the county are getting as much help as possible. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain's at our live desk with details on a fundraising effort happening today.
Hi, Rebecca. The popular music duo Sunday Best will put on a live concert tonight to help the flooding victims of Johnson County. That will take place at the Johnson County High School at 7 o'clock. Now, here in Lexington, the Lexington Police is getting involved by helping the first responders affected by the Johnson County flash flooding last week. What they'll have is an organized effort where they will gather items to help the first responders in central Kentucky. They'll take them to Johnson County and they'll deliver them to Johnson County this week, and they'll also help with the cleanup efforts. Lexington Police will be collecting donations on Thursday from 8 to 4 behind the West Roll Call Center on Old Frankfort Pike. Sergeant Ronald Keaton is one of the organizers. He's originally from the Flat Gap community.
As first responders ourselves, we understand how difficult it is to try to maintain that balance between losing everything you have and still trying to focus on the job at hand of helping others. So our goal is to go down and help some of the first responders that have been affected, help them with cleanup, and provide them with donations and any kind of support we can give them while we're there.
For more information on how to get involved, please go to our website at WKYT.com. Now, Lexington Police is asking for donations of gift cards and cleaning supplies. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Michelle. A death investigation is underway in Knott County after a body was found in a lake. Fish and Wildlife says a woman's body was found last night near the Carr Creek Lake Dam. Investigators say it appears the 36-year-old woman drowned. Her name has not been released. Well, the driver who hit and killed a woman in Central Kentucky parking lot there says she's sorry. 89-year-old Christine Blankman died hours after witnesses say she was pinned between two vehicles outside the Kroger in Richmond. The driver of the SUV that hit Blankman talked to us off camera. She said she thinks she had a seizure before the crash. She also apologized to the Blankman family.
6:37 is the time on WKYT this morning, and a child is now with social services after he was found alone in a parking lot in Laurel County. The sheriff's office there has charged Egbert and Mitzi Hensley with custodial interference. Police say someone saw a 1-year-old child alone outside an apartment on Pine Grove Road. When they got there, the child was the Hensleys. Police said the child should have been with state social services and not with the couple. A McCreary County woman is fighting for her life after being hurt by a hit-and-run driver. Police say 20-year-old Kylie Ball was trying to help some kittens that were in the middle of Beulah Heights Road when she was hit. She was taken to UK Hospital in critical condition. Her mother says Ball has broken bones and serious internal injuries. Her family is offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. And armed volunteers in Kentucky and around the country now are guarding military recruiting centers after 4 Marines and a sailor were shot and killed last week in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Federal regulators prohibit recruiters and other military personnel from being armed. Regulations, that is. As Hannah Daniels reports, some lawmakers are calling for the Pentagon to change its policy.
Armed with AR-15s and handguns, scores of volunteers are popping up at military recruiting centers across the country. They say they want to protect servicemen and women here, who are prohibited by law from being armed themselves.
I grew up in this country. I live in this country. This is the least we can do.
The movement began after Mohammed Abdulaziz shot dozens of rounds at a recruiting center in Chattanooga, Tennessee last week, before killing 4 Marines and a sailor at a military training center a few miles away. Republican Senator Steve Daines and Republican Representative Duncan Hunter are among a handful of lawmakers who believe the best line of defense going forward would be to allow military personnel at recruitment centers to be armed. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
All right, and Defense Secretary Ash Carter has ordered a full review of security policies at military recruiting facilities due at the end of the week.
Traffic is back to normal this morning on a busy Lexington road. Crews demolished a bridge at Old Frankfort Pike and New Circle overnight. The construction was delayed last night because of weather. And drivers are still urged to use caution in that area as the ramp from New Circle to the new Old Frankfort Pike Bridge is in a slightly different place. U.S. News and World Report released its annual list of best hospitals in the country. No Kentucky hospital made the top rankings, but the report did name Baptist Health Lexington as the best hospital in Kentucky. St. Elizabeth in Edgewood was second. 2 Louisville hospitals, Norton and Baptist Health Louisville, tied for third. University of Kentucky Chandler Hospital ranked 5th. The rankings are based on volume of patients, the number of specialties offered, safety measures, and whether patients return to the hospital after their original treatment. Well, Prince George is celebrating his 2nd birthday today.
He is so cute. What a great family they are. Britain's royal couple, Prince William and Kate, plan to spend the day traveling privately at Amner Hall, their country home on Queen Elizabeth Sandringham Estate. George, who is 3rd in line to the throne, has attracted huge media attention since his birth in 2013. I'd say he looks a lot like Dad.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I think.
Both of them all smiles there for the photo.
In the Republican field, in the race for president, it's just jam-packed, one after the other after the other. But now the Democratic side is starting to get a little crowded, let's say, as well.
Exactly. Meet the newest candidate, Louisville native Limberbutt McCubbins, announcing his decision to enter the race for the White House. Now, I'm sure you have noticed, but McCubbins there is a cat. He has a Facebook page for his campaign and is even making the media rounds. And his slogan, Meow is the time.
You mean meow?
Meow is the time.
Thank you.
That sounds better.
Wow, Bill.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Limbert's platform includes legalizing catnip and increasing cat hum partnerships in space exploration. So really, a voice for the cats everywhere.
But what would the dogs say?
Bow wow, I guess. Bowing out this year,
yeah.
The dog, right?
Very funny.
For the cat. All right, 6:41 on WKYT this morning.
Let's get a check of traffic and see what is happening out on the roads right now.
And let's check in with Officer Don at Live Drive Traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. No collisions. We just had a look at Nicholasville Road past Man of War. You're going to make it through there okay. On Clays Mill, it's normal traffic flow for now, even past Wellington through the construction zone. The slowest traffic at the moment is on Newtown Pike. It's approaching Nandino, just in that right lane. A couple of tractor trailers trying to work their way over and make that turn. Live look at Waller and Limestone with no problems headed toward campus this time of the morning. And on our Waze map, we're showing things are pretty much trouble-free on the circle, checking between Versailles Road and Richmond Road with no issues. And then inbound Nicholasville past the circle is one cycle of the light. That won't last for long. Same deal on Tates Creek Road approaching New Circle. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you so much. Really appreciate it out there at 98.1 The Bull. And it's so good to have you along on WKYT on this nice start to your Wednesday morning.
Yeah, we're hoping better weather's on the way.
Yeah, I think we're all crossing our fingers. Here's the deal. Today looks really good. Mostly dry days all the way through your weekend, except for one day. And I'll show you which day that is. Not everybody sees rain, but some do. I'll show you who does coming up in just a few minutes.